It'll be a little weird. I'll only have view of my camera in a second from one location, so I gotta say it, chat. Welcome back. I think that's what I can comfortably say. Welcome back. You guys can let me know when we actually get to the gameplay set or the builds or whatever, if it looks okay, but we may just be surviving. But yeah, today is I don't know. Here's the thing. You know, when I do S tier and A tier, it's kind of me being like, okay, the S tier weapons are just like, they have such simplicity and power and ease of use in terms of like how you want to build them, that it's a little bit more of a strict list. But the A tier is always, it's A for Amar's picks, right, chat? You're gonna see Blast and Encumber. I don't know how many times you'll see it on this list. Yeah, Blast twice, 3 times, 4 times. So I was thinking about doing a whole video about that. I am talking about the dual Coda Torxica, which is number 4 on the list. I guess I moved it up. Technically it's number 19 on the list, but I guess you guys who actually watch the video will be like, wait a second, it's number 19 on the list. What are you talking about? So in the video, in the script it says number 20, but I just recently changed the list again. So I think we should be all set up, but yeah, I gotta say it, guys. Today is a very special day in terms of like getting to show off a style of build that I love, but I've got to stop tabbing around on my laptop because, of course, yeah, I have a streaming laptop now. I'm running the stream on a separate computer. I have 2 capture cards plugged into my USB ports, and then I've got my mixer plugged in over here. So testing something different. I want to see, yeah, all the recording, all the streaming stuff is like offloaded now. So definitely we'll have to see if it's something that I can enjoy. So I guess we should start off with the actual tier list, which is generally just me. I don't know, it's good to give like an initial breakdown of like how the weapon works and why I love it so much. But yeah, number 1 on the list, Cestra Incarnon. I guess just crit damage as a Blast Encumber, and it's an Incarnon, so you functionally have infinite ammo, and it's a beam. You know, you put enough there's the second upgrade has it makes it a laser, blah blah blah. You know, there's a lot of stuff to talk about, but I gotta click this, I gotta send that out. But yeah, number 1 on the list in terms of like me spreading the good word, right? This is the Blast Encumber setup is just, you know, I'm a necromech killer. I gotta say it, man. I love showing up in an Archimedia. They're fun to kill. I do enjoy nuking Thrax with it as well. It's pretty good. Okay, you didn't dare put Sicarus Prime Incarnate that. No, Sicarus Incarnate is in S tier. Sicarus Incarnate I already talked about. I think it was like the number 3 strongest weapon or something like that. But this is A tier, so this is the next 15. So in the first video I covered last week, we covered the top 15, and then this is the next tier down, because my pistol list, like the number of pistols that I like use consistently, is considerably lower than primary weapons. So yeah, like this, it's got some big favorites in here. It's got some big wins, but it's pretty standard to understand. But yeah, I gotta say, it's just, I don't know. It was a build that I did a while ago, and you know, I don't really watch a lot of other content creators, so I'm sure other people have covered it. But I was like, okay, it's just a full auto that does a zillion damage. I don't think I put Tenet Diplos on here, but that was just another like Akmagnus Prime, another example where it just has infinite ammo mechanics. So you just, yeah, proc everything. Imagine doing a tier list on Tuesday. It couldn't be. Yeah, I know. No, Tier list Tuesday is pretty good, but generally I do all my tier lists on Monday so that they can be on the algorithm as long as possible, and then I'll just upload randomizer streams for the rest of the week, and like maybe one of the randomizer stream gets picked up, but generally I try to always do the tier list as early in the week as I can, because then I can plan out my week along like ahead of time. Tier list Tuesday ain't bad though. Yeah, I know, it's pretty cool. No, when there's a tier list Tuesday, it's generally a failure. Is a Strun Riven with damage and multi-shot? Yeah, that's a good Riven. Obviously for an AoE, multi-shot is incredible. Shout out Lucid for dropping some likes as well. So it seems that oh, shout out J-Mick Williams, did I say that right, for following or for subbing? Welcome in on YouTube. I'll see if it shows up. But yeah, I mean, I should move on to number 2 on the list, but we'll talk about this more. But yeah, Vermisplicer is like a shotgun beam weapon. You know, it shoots a bunch of tendrils, right? And yeah, it's, you know, when you talk about like the spray in Spray and Pray, it's a little I don't know how to describe it, man. It's like I don't know. I don't even think when I like it. I'll be able to show it off when I play it, but it's just like I think it's the same setup as like Sycoris Incarnon and Dual Tox Incarnon and a couple other weapons. But yeah, just like run around spamming shit. Yeah, just like, you know, it's a kit gun, which is weird to put a kit gun, but this is, you know, number 17 on the list technically, so you know it's not the craziest thing. But yeah, I love me some kit guns. I gotta say it. I always just use Pax Charge, you know, just infinite ammo. You just have a battery, so you're chilling there. Yeah, I'm looking at pulling up the chat app and seeing if I can get it working again, because I was just curious to see. I did the thing and I set up the multi-chat, or at least I should have, but yeah, that's working. I can activate this source. And I don't think, oh, and then I can do this for the first time. Oh, nice. Live. That's sick. All right. Activate selected. Yeah, I'm going to test out the multi-chat and see if it works right now. Shout out Lua for saying welcome to the gang. All right, let's test it. Let's give it a whirl. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think I can just leave that there, but I should have everything working. I might need to do one more thing to get the, because I think I can see the Twitch metrics as well if I like refresh it or something. All right, we'll try one more time. But yeah, there you go. Should I move on to number 3 on the list? Zakti. I tried to put it as high as I could. But yeah, in terms of like an Enervate showcase, this is kind of that weapon. Obviously, like the AoE does significantly more damage than the bullet itself, so pretty easy to understand. But yeah, I gotta say, man, I'm plugging a bunch of random shit into the stream and I'm seeing if it's working. But yeah, I don't know. It's what it is, a weapon that I almost intentionally miss with. Like, I'm just kind of dumping in a general area of a crowd. You know, if I'm hitting enemies with the bullets, that's nice, but it has this giant gas cloud AoE that's I don't know, man. It's you kind of just you know, it has ammo weirdness, because like you're just dumping so fast, and Enervate just works so weird. And a shout out to Elaine Magera for saying subbed as well. Oh, I think potentially that means that my alerts aren't working. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting notifications for that. Well, apologies. Appreciate the sub though. Thank you. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can test that. Where would you rank Citrine? Well, I'd put her on a couple different lists, but generally I don't do like rank every frame in the game. I think that's like way too hard of a list to do. Like I would say she's like a support. She has like certain, I mean, I don't know if I want to do like a buff tier list separate, but like the whole red crits and the 3 is like very good. But yeah, just a good weapon buffer, which is really nice for like Coda, Torxica. Here you go, another one, Blast Encumber. A recent one that I'm covering. I'm doing a video about it that's going up this Friday, and you know, when I talk about the content schedule and stuff, that's what I mean. But yeah, I guess the main thing is that you're gonna see it in the video. Maybe I won't spoil it, but there was some shit happening in the video. Like in just when I was doing the testing with the weapon, I was like, what the is this because of you know, the whole like, you know, the cold procs with the fucking, you know, maybe you get an impact proc or something, and it's like, it was like, I don't want to say was happening, but it was goofy as fuck, and all I did was I just put an arrow and I put a question mark, and I was like, what the, you guys are seeing this, what the fuck is this? So appreciate the likes. Shout out is that Pablo? Yeah, I think I can read that right. I was like looking at the emoji and I was like, oh, I can read. Yeah, that's correct. Shout out Pablo for dropping some likes. 200 likes. Oh my god, holy shit. But yeah, number 5 on the list, or I guess you should say number 20 on the list. Onos. Yeah, Onos. Number cracks the top 5 for the A tier. Pretty satisfying. God, this weapon is goofy. Oh my goodness. And I do have, wait, am I showing it here? No, I don't have it, but I put AoE, but it has blast damage from what I remember, but I have to, I should have time to play it, but there was this thing that was happening with the damage I was dealing where I was like, this is not correct. Appreciate the 500 likes on TikTok. Thank you so much. But like, you'll have to see it to believe it. You'll be like, what is going on? Those are not the mods you have. That's all I'll say. I have blast damage on it. You can infer from there. I mean, I guess you can infer that it's connected to status types in some way, I guess. But yeah, you'll be able to learn about it and be like, what the yeah, I'll just enjoy myself. So number 6 on the list, Gammacor Incarnon. Yeah, pulls enemies in, deals a zillion damage, is also blast damage, and then also it's an Incarnon, so you can charge it like instantly, so it's very useful for that as well. Appreciate the 875 likes on TikTok. Holy shit. Oh my god. See, that's why I put in the like goal, because and then I put the like ranking like right above the like goal. So thank you so much. I appreciate it, Pablo. Thank you. Oh, I see Alex as well dropping some likes. Alex loves BJJ. Oh, that's sick. On IG. Okay, cool. What's the best element? So there's generally like the damaging elements and the buffing elements. Returning player confused. So damaging elements, blast, fire are the ones you can apply. Is it still corrosive? Yeah, corrosive is very good. Shout out Pablo saying, God, my fingers hurt. Pablo, thank you. Take your time, bro. I appreciate it. You know, the likes, once the likes they start, that's all I really need. So thank you so much. Shout out Chloe for dropping some likes as well. Thank you. But yeah, what do you talk about an AoE that pulls enemies in? It doesn't need it. If it was just an AoE, I would be fine with it. If it was just the Atomos Incarnon, I would be fine with it. It's also the Gammacor at base, so it's insanely brainless to get headshots. So, yeah, it's got the Incarnon buff of just infinite ammo, but I might have to refresh my whatchamacallit, my Streamlabs to get everything working properly for the next stream. But appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. I guess that covers it. What do I say, man? It's a fucking giant AoE. Whatever. It has what base cold damage. It's like kind of like the lens, but it like, yeah, it'll deal like a cold proc, and whatever, man. I mean, just a giant AoE. But yeah, I say whatever because you just watch it and you're like, okay, I get it. I see what you're talking about. It's just so brainless. 2,000 likes. Oh my god, that's insane. Hey, are you playing with viewers? Unfortunately, not for this stream. This stream, I'm gonna be doing 5 rounds of testing, maybe 6 or 7. But on all my other streams, generally I do play with viewers. So, yeah, that, you know, if it's just I guess I'll mention it. But oh my god, the light goal goes up. Damn, holy shit, my fingers. Pablo, please don't hurt yourself. But yeah, if you want to come back, if you want to join me tomorrow, same place, same time, I will be playing with viewers. We'll be running some Omnias potentially and some daily standing and stuff like that. Number 7 on the list, Lato Incarnon. I'll move a little bit quicker. Lato Incarnon has the same function as like Dual Toxicist and Sicarus and Bronco as well, which I didn't even put on this list. But yeah, it's pretty powerful. So I like running viral. I'm like, yep, viral's pretty good. Yep, I like having. That's a whole forearm workout. Oh goodness, chat. Wow. Also, I'm looking at the multi-stream chat versus the actual TikTok chat, and chat. I'm questioning my life decisions, but I think we're chill. I don't think we need to worry too much. The Lato Incarnon is just like way slower. It's pretty easy to charge, but like you're kind of it's almost like built for blast. You know what I mean? Like the idea that each of the, like, because it's like really high damage bullets that have like, I'm pretty sure it has built-in it has an 2 multi-shot on the actual Incarnon form, but oh my god, dude, like it has like a little bit of base slash, which I don't think you're actually like making use of, but yeah, I guess you could. I don't know. I was looking into it, but generally just having the blast on a bullet that deals that much damage, I'm like, oh my god. But I had it higher, and then I looked and I was like, nah, I have to move it down. So that's where I moved it. And yeah, it is above Tenet Plinx, and obviously it's got the Incarnon buff of having infinite ammo, which is nice, and it still just deals a zillion damage. So, oh my god, classic setup. I wish I could show off the Bronco Incarnon, but that's another very similar build. But number 8 on the list, Cyanex. Another fun example of the Enervate. You know, it's like these guys are like cousins, Zakti and Cyanex. They're definitely like cousins. So, yeah, sorry chat. I just had I went to the dentist earlier today, and I got my filling. I got a filling in, so I'm kind of feeling the after effects. But yes, the value of Cyanex is the homing fucking bullets. Harsh and I are joining ourselves in the Discord. Feel free to join. Plus, dude, I can't keep up with what you guys say. I swear to God, oh my God, when I see just how much this is big wall, I'm like, okay, I'll maybe inquire later. But I try to Trackmania AI. Yeah, but yeah, we do have a Discord. PS plus the Discord. Let me get through the tier list at least. I have timetables to keep up. This is a tier list, if anything. I have a Discord there. It exists. I'm trying to keep up timetables, and I'm struggling already. But yeah, it's got homing bullets. It's an AoE, so pretty classic. But it's a tiny AoE, and they do about the same amount of damage. So I think I am using gun condition overload because it's obviously homing. But number 9 on the list, still the top 10, still I guess top 25 technically. I'll keep doing that forever. But Tenet Plinx. So the main reason that Tenet Plinx is so low is just because, like, yeah, in a vacuum, if I don't have any like outside buffs to make it shoot faster, it is just a decent sized AoE that, yeah, sure, it does a zillion damage, but it has a built-in what do you call it? Yeah, just a built-in speed limit. I don't know if that's the right way to talk about it, but yeah, If you had one weapon in the entire game to save 100, which would you pick? One weapon in the entire game. That's a good question. I'll stew on it. I'll think about that question. One weapon in the entire game. Is Gammacor Incarnon good? It's well, it's number 21 on the list, so this is the A tier list. So there's 15 weapons above these weapons, so it's technically number 21, but it's like, it's worth a mention. Like, I'm not gonna put it in the S tier, which is just like the weapons that are goated, you know what I mean, that have the power, if you call it that. Shout out Xavier for saying that. Non is a non, as in, it's the 8. Oh my god. Anyway, did I cover Tenet Plinx well? It's got the same effect as Gammacor, but you just shoot it less often. Like, the fact that this is an Incarnon and it's a beam weapon as a base weapon, you charge that shit so fast. You know what I'm saying? You're just dumping AoEs. Is Latron Incarnon good? Yes. Latron Incarnon is goated. I think I had it in maybe the top 10 strongest primaries. I think it cracked the top 10 still. I don't think it was like, I don't think it was close to 5, but yeah, number 10 on the list, Akmagnus. I guess I should mention this. Infinite. I'll just put this. Infinite ammo with a little star. So yes, this is just a full auto. It has weird stats. 10 to the 30. Oh my god. It has 30 zeros. Ubanico is good until it got a rework. Shout out Chef Slayer. I appreciate it. You hate to see it, right, chat? Yeah, Akmagnus. What is the effect? It's like 4% chance on hit to have infinite ammo for like a couple, it's like 4 seconds or something. And if you have enough multi-shot, you just have to be accurate enough, and then you just always have infinite ammo. So it has, the reason I'm using Akmagnus is just the doubled magazine size. That's basically it. I could care less about the reload because, you know, I'm using one mag for like 20 minutes. No, not 20 minutes. I'm using it for like maybe 3 or 4 minutes, I guess. Maybe that's an overestimation, but yeah, these last couple are definitely interesting. To have Akarius so low, I definitely debated it, but yeah, I think well, I don't know if people would have ammo economy troubles with it, but I do think that just like, you know, we got a couple examples of other ones, but yeah, these two, Tenet Spirex and Sepulcrum, are very near and dear to me. So I think it's in the Tenet Spirex description. It describes the bullet as like a rail slug. What is a good mag build? What does mag need? I use Fracturing Crush, the augment for the 4 that makes it strip armor. And then I also regen a shit ton of shields with that effect as well. If you count in multiples of 6s. All right. Yeah, a rail slug. What do you describe it as? I don't know, man. It is just a fucking bullet that deals a zillion damage. That's it. And it's got a pretty small AoE. Tenet Spirex is pretty quick though, which is thankful, but Sepulcrum has the added factor of just having just an insane mag size, just absolutely criminal. So I don't know, man. I really had too much fun with it, and I feel like what I noticed the most was just like when I have a weapon like this, might turn the newbie into Eidolon Hunter for, oh my god. He could get some good arcanes. I appreciate the tag. I was gonna look through. You guys are talking about, I think you're talking about Trackmania. Yeah, I think this is a Trackmania clip. But yeah, yeah, Tenet Spirex has this funny ability where, like, because it's so satisfying to just dome people. I formed Proboscis Cernos 6 times. That's fucking goated. That's a fire. That's fire as fuck. I love a good 6 Forma. I've got a couple. I think Cestra has like 10, but that's because I'm stupid. It's the same for every other number base. 10 is base. Okay, yeah. I cooked that. You caught me on a bad day, Lua. I'm on a time. I'm on a time clock. Number 12 on the list. This tier list is. I'm moving, I guess. Yeah, Sepulcrum. Same basic style. It shoots 2 bullets, right? It shoots 2 bullets, but it's a burst, so it's got, you know, each bullet counts as a separate shot. They just happen at the same time, and so what that means is you get a shit ton of multi-shot, and you can augment that with, I think I have a Criminal Riven, but we'll cover the normal build as well. But yeah, dude, this that setup, it has a giant mag size as well. It's like fucking 90 shots in the mag or something. Shout out the Deadest Bull for saying hello. Welcome in. Good to see ya. Yeah, I gotta say, very, very satisfying weapon. Easy to land as well. I'm only good at things like cosmology and astrology. Dude. I don't know if I guess I'm good at setting up live streams. I'm good at plugging stuff into a laptop, apparently. Even though it took me like a full day to figure it out. So there you go. I guess that's what I can offer. Yeah, what do you say about Sepulcrum? It has an alt fire. You can use it. It does a shit ton of damage. It's an actually useful homing. It's not like Tenet Diplos. Yeah. Can't aim for the life of me, so I just go with AoE. Yep, I feel that. Want to have quick Volt Race when you're done. So this is a tier list stream, so when I'm done is when the stream ends. That's kind of how these streams work. So I'm close. We'll see how quick I can burn through it. But yeah, a quick Volt Race. That's a new one. I don't know if I've heard that in a while, but yeah, we love it. And then Akarius further down, unfortunately. Recently my Akarius build has been slapping pretty hard, and I feel like that it might move higher. But yeah, dude, always a classic. And then here at the bottom, I have 2 very interesting ones. Oh my god, wait, I gotta, oh Jesus. Yeah, I'm struggling, man. But yeah, shit ton of AoEs. I mean, I guess part of it is that with, oh, I didn't even put in here Enervate. Oh, excuse me, Chad. That is embarrassing. Yeah, I do have Enervate on Akarius. It does have Blast as well. I think it's just Blast and Fire. Where would you rate Ignis Wraith? I think I had Ignis Wraith in the top 30, maybe. I think it was like 35. I could check it in a second, but I didn't put it. I don't think I put it in S tier. I don't think I did, if I remember. It may have. If it was, no. I think I had it with like Amprex, like at the top of A tier. So that would have been like number 25 or something like that, if I were to guess. But yeah, number 14 on this list, Vesper 77. I wanted to include it just because, like, I did, you know, it's weird that I call it cracking the code, but it's like, okay, this is the build that I can just run, that I can just use, and it actually worked. I missed the Warframe grind. It is just find someone with Volt and Loki relics, and I own every frame. Yeah. No, dude, I gotta tell you, I'm the king of weeklies. I'm the king of dailies. If you want to see a Warframe content creator that just like enjoys playing the game called Warframe, then you can catch me. It's Monday through Friday. I mean, I play Soulframe on Friday, but yeah, Vesper 77. It's got a little bit of punch through. It's got the gas clouds, like it's got the max damage gas clouds. So pretty easy, very simple to use. But yeah, we got to move down to number 15 on the list. I wanted to include it. The Knell Prime is what I would have used to like solo Tridolon, because I can just shoot their head and then get infinite ammo. Soulframe is out. No, I got a code. I got a code from one of my viewers. I love the game. I want a new big update like New War, but that will be a while, sadly. Yeah. Well, I mean, dude, 1999, the Coda update, like Archimedia, Temporal Archimedia, that shit's kind of goated. That shit's kind of goated, man. But yeah, I'm kind of debating whether I actually need to use this multi-chat, because I think the TikTok chat is just working because it's showing people. I'm curious to see, but we'll keep looking. What do I say about the Knell? Yeah, it has infinite ammo with a giant fucking air quotes, dude. You land a headshot, and then as long as you continue to land headshots, you get like 6 seconds of infinite ammo with like a big crit damage buff. It might be something else, like status chance as well. So I put a negative here. I put a downside. I put the negative recharge. Yeah, making you suffer there. Really making you suffer. But yeah, it is a blast encumber build. It does do a zillion damage. What about Kuvanukor or Tenet Cyclone? That shit is in the S tier. It's hard to see, but this has A tier. So this is actually number 16 through 30. So Cestra Incarnon is number 16 on the full list. But in the A tier list, it's only number 1. It's number 1. So yeah, all that was covered last week. If you're curious, all that stuff is available on my YouTube channel. I upload playlists, or I have playlists for all that stuff. So if you want to see the other tier list where I go over the other weapons, then you can find that there. But yeah, let's tab over. Tab over to what? Tab over to showing off 15 builds. Oh, nice. Shout out Slim Reaper for following. Appreciate it. I will say this laptop is like taller than the monitor, so it like cuts off part of the monitor, but that's fine. This is just a supplemental monitor. I can use it for whatever I want. But yeah, we have 15 builds to go over. So let's start with Cestra Incarnon. Once again, always upgrades don't change. But yeah, this is nuts. On shield / overguard break, ×3 crit damage for 6 seconds. You're gonna need to learn about that in a second. But second one, Slayer's Nerve, making your weapon a beam weapon, but it still has projectile speed, but it is still a beam weapon. You can take projectile speed, but I am fully just turning it into a laser. And then finally, base crit damage plus 2x, and yeah, that's the number now, 15 times. And it's got a fun mechanic where as long as you hold down left click, I don't know if there's like a grace period. I feel like when I was testing it there might have been, but I have no conclusive scientific evidence to prove one way or another. But yeah, I guess it deals a shit ton of crit chance. That's what I can say. And it's got 50% crit chance at base. So nuts. The fullest I've seen my friend. Oh, dude, gamer. See, you gotta have the Zada in there. He links all the profiles, and my shit's fucking Zada. My shit's fucking staring you in the eyeball. It'll always be Zada forever. I'll never change that shit. I don't need a clan. I don't need a fucking content creator thing. My shit's just a cooler Zada. Just make it a more sick eyeball, and that's what I'll use. Zada, fast, Zada. Yeah, that's it. Just a fucking eyeball. I'll never change it. I'll stare you down till the day you die. We're not talking about the Riven. Excuse me, chat. Yeah, I had to replace this. This is just a cold mod. The Riven is just a cold mod. Excuse me. But yeah, unfortunately, only 35 times crit multiplier. Oh, it sucks, right, chat? It's awful. Dog shit. And yeah, it's just blast damage with prime heated charge. So prime heated charge is only buffing the bullet damage, which I will cover with all of these builds. But yeah, blast is a very fun damaging status effect, and then it's just secondary encumber with galvanized shot, and then I still do retain Hornet Strike, so pretty powerful there. But you don't need infinite ammo. I think you should actually remove it so you don't pick up extra ammo crates. And then you could replace it with steady hands, and then take what can you take? The projectile speed? I don't know if it would work the same, because this is like accuracy and recoil. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if this would work the same, but you can just put in projectile speed as well. I just would have to swap it, so I'm just going to remove it for now. But yeah, I actually don't want to be ammo mutating with this weapon, but yeah, that's just crit damage, yeah. But yeah, great choice. Nice. Look at the numbers. 32% status with a fire rate of 13 when my companion's alive, and 9.3 when my companion is dead. So we love that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those weapons that I think just consistently has so much potential just as like a full auto. Like you just, yeah. At first glance, maybe not the craziest thing in the world. I don't know why I always scroll so far, but I think it's because, no, the Vermisplicer is like, yeah, it's actually in the correct position. But, oh, I should cover, this one is, so this is the Love Tap grip, which is, I think it's the second highest damage. And then it's the Vermisplicer, of course, and then Macro Thymoid for the maximum magazine. So this is like the highest magazine you can get, 85 fucking mag size. This is just a cold mod, cold multi-shot. That's not. So there's the normal version. Oh, that's not the normal version. Oh, I just replaced this. Yeah, that's fine. All right, chat. Do this. Galvanized shot. Oh, this is an ancient build. Oh, I did not realize. This is not like the build that I prepped. This is just like an ancient bygone era build. But yeah, just viral heat on a beam weapon with secondary encumber. That's kind of it. Bro, I'm a new geek for Warframe. Man, any tips to level up fast? Go to the market and buy everything that costs credits, and then buy all the really simple blueprints. Start with like the worst, like all the worst shit in the game is like really easy to get. Like anything that's doesn't take a lot of resources or whatever isn't like a prime. Just grab it right away. Oh, that's Shaky Funny Ass. That's pretty sick username. And I do see the whole username, I think, but you know, I appreciate it. Yeah, I guess you're kind of just spamming it. Like you can see that, you know, I guess it loses half its damage, but it'll make that up just as a beam weapon. So yeah, the fact that it's like a, you know, it's a tentacle shotgun, it's so fucking weird. It's got these vibes that like I don't know how I feel about it sometimes, but it has the power you want, right? You just spray. It's stupid. And then of course, yeah, cold multi-shot. That's a weird one. Definitely a weird one. But that multi-shot is actually doing me wonders on a shotgun weapon like this. You have an initial base multi-shot of 5, so I think that it'll still only have 5 tendrils. But as you add multi-shot, right, all this multi-shot is just a damage multiplier, and then it's also giving you more status chance. So it's doing this thing where I guess you're still technically proccing more. Oh, I see you guys. Oh, I guess I'm worried now. Yeah, wait, because I have a feeling that I need to get through these builds. Maybe when I do the actual gameplay of it, then I'll get in. But yeah, I don't know. I guess recoil doesn't even matter, so that's wonderful. But yeah, it's a setup you'll see over and over again, I guess. But definitely the fun thing about this list is that it's got a lot more variety. Speaking of that, like Zakti Prime. What is this? This is a freebie. So what would you replace it with? So if you look over here, this is what I'm talking. Oh, I guess it's not that much more. So it's maybe like about 3 times more damage on the AoE. This is where you're getting the gas cloud as well. But you could probably replace that with status damage and go pretty hard. So you could do that. You could do well, I guess you won't have punch through, so you could put in like magnetic might if you wanted to. That might not be too terrible. You could put in hollow point. Oh my god, you can put in semi-pistol cannonade. Oh my god, I would say you just do that. You just put in cannonade. It'll slow your fire rate, but holy shit. Yeah, you could double dip on damage. Zakti with energy is quite funny. Yeah. It's like built for it. I mean, it's like delayed bullets, like any bullet that has that like will proc damage in different ways, like will bypass certain arcanes. Like it bypasses encumber in an interesting way as well, so pretty powerful for that setup. So yeah, it's a long time favorite of mine. But yeah, Zakti, just like adding that crit, just being able to add crit just from an arcane is just nuts. And yeah, just have it anywhere with the crit chance this low, pretty nice. And it does have nice base crit multiplier, but as you can see, this is damage, crit damage, status chance. So this is, yeah, this is what I call a freebie, in the sense that, oh, this is an unrolled. I don't know how I got this. Did I buy this off of somebody? I probably bought this off of somebody, and I probably didn't. Oh god, is this an ancient Riven? Huh. I'm wondering now. This might be a fresh roll. You know what I mean? Like, you actually unroll, you unveil a pistol Riven, and you get a Zakti Riven, and this is what you get. Like, sorry, I put some stank on it, but yeah, this is a crazy build. I guess I don't want to linger on it too long, but yeah, you kind of understand it. Is the speaker still on? No, the speakers are turned off. All right, chat. I guess that pretty much covers it. I don't know. We'll see that again with Cyanex and with Akarius, but let's talk about Coda Torxica. Ooh, Coda Torxica, yeah. A fresh one. I also have Vesper in there as well, but yeah, pretty nuts, man. Once again, just blast and encumber. Shitty valence. Awful fucking valence, but it really doesn't matter. You know, the nice thing is that prime heated charge is still buffing the bullet damage, so your bullets still... Yep. Like I said, they deal more damage. That's correct. Yep, you got it right. Pretty high base status as well. It's kind of nice. I only have status chance coming from galvanized shot, so good for that. I mean, you are skewing a little bit away from blast, but I think that's okay. You're adding, you know, this is just crit damage, but it's also giving you magnetic. So technically it's an extra element, and then if they have overguard, then it's another extra element on top of that. So it's, you know, I don't feel like you're ever struggling too much, but yeah, I think the stuff's looking pretty good. But yeah, this is definitely one where the 160 magazine is actually clutch, because it means that you're making great use of your ammo. You are burning a whole mag and then refilling 160 rounds instead of like the Zakti, where every time you dump a mag, you're probably going to pick up an ammo crate, and it's only going to be giving you a mag instead of like the actual 20, which is what you'll get from what you can possibly get available. So yeah, I mean, no Riven yet. I feel no need, but I did say in the video that it would be a freebie. Like, you could just replace, yeah, you would just replace magnetic might. It's not hard to get more than 40% crit damage. Maybe it is hard, especially on a weapon that's this new that everybody's probably gonna love on and spam like crazy. So you may be suffering, but I don't know, man. I like it. I think what it does offer is just a great shooting experience that does get a massive buff. You know what I mean? Like, it does actually, how do I describe it? It does actually, you know, like the spores combo, kind of how you want. The one downside that I have is that the spores obviously proc cold. So that means that you will have to go to enemies, which I don't really like. I like when enemies are able to run towards me. You know, I like when I can control the spawn. So that is something to like keep in mind, is that your spores will be slowing them. You'll have to kind of run around more and manage the spawns a little bit. But so far we're chilling. Yeah, I gotta say, number 5 on the list is Onos. This is the one that I wanted to talk about in terms of, like, I did something and I was like, I don't know, release a blast of heat. Yeah, that full power release a blast of heat, so that'll play into it. Yeah, the Onos, 25% fire rate. That's the first one. I don't care about recoil. It's mostly just to speed up the charge time on this thing, but I guess that's number 1. Number 2 is base magazine capacity. You could take this on kill, 10% chance to replenish 10 ammo. That's pretty good. That's actually not terrible, because you can spam the normal fire pretty easily. So not an awful choice, but headshot builds 50% more Incarnon transmutation. This is status chance, negative crit chance. I'm not on kill. 2.5 meters punch through. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, the AOE. Obviously, it won't really. I guess it'll give you punch through on the beam itself, but yeah, I'm just making it charge faster. That's it. And then here we go. This is the fun one. Devastation Cascade. Hitting enemies in Incarnon form increases the crit chance and crit damage of the fully charged blast by 5%. Stacks up to 50%. Your other choices on consecutive waypoint hits. Ooh, pretty cool. And on punch through hit, plus 200% damage for 10 seconds. So pretty cool, but no, I gotta do the meme. I gotta do the cool thing. But yeah, I guess that's covering that. Yeah, just it's just blast, right? Chat, it's just blast. I mean, should be. But you can see, okay, yeah, there's just so much to cover, yeah. So there's the beam. You know, very low crit chance, but it is a beam. It's a wide angle beam as well, so it's pretty crazy. I like that the normal fire also just does a zillion damage. I don't know if it has infinite body punch through, but I don't have any punch through on it, so we'll be able to test it. But yeah, the bullet of the AoE and the explosion of the AoE are both just like nuts, and there's some things to look into. I've got Magnum Force in here as just more base damage. I was thinking about putting in whatchamacallit, because this is a 5 meter punch through on the beam weapon, so I was thinking about putting in Merciless Gunfight. I was thinking about using that for more crit damage, because you can get some like monster numbers, so you would potentially get that, but you can see you'll reduce the numbers by a little bit. But I don't have enough points right now, so I guess I couldn't show it off even if I wanted to. But yeah, I think you could also go pretty hard with that setup. That's what I'm getting at, is I think you could maximize that pretty easily. So you can see once again example of damage, and then secondary merciless giving you more damage. So that is something to keep in mind, is you would obviously replace that with a faction damage mod or something like that. So I was thinking about using I was thinking about using Pistol Elementalist, but once again, I just think that it's a bullet that does a zillion damage. Like there's not a lot to it. Like for the actual main gameplay of it, I'm like, oh, it just kind of works. Once again, I scroll all the way to the bottom list. Number 6 on the list, Gammacor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of loose brained right now. I feel kind of weird. On 50 energy spent, yeah, I mean, the nice thing is that you can just activate this on any frame. That's what I've said. This is channeled ability, so I can potentially get some base damage buffs. Obviously very nice for the AoE, but I don't think you're getting a huge number if it is for the AoE, but it should be. But increased base magazine capacity, obviously, like it's got a really good beam range. I love that. But also it's just a beam, so it's insanely easy to land headshots. It's kind of brainless. Can I see a Steel Path Caliban build? Yeah. Sure, I can show that off in a second. I need something. I need new Warframes, but it takes so long. Yeah, so this multi-stream chat, this multi-stream thing just isn't working, so goodbye. Let me close out of this real quick, chat, and we'll get back to it. So it seems that, once again, just having TikTok open is the method that we're going to be using. All right. Can I see a Steel Path? Yeah, I'll show it off in a second. Let me get through this. What is this? Crit chance, crit damage? Yup, there you go. Critical parallel, we love it. Crit chance, status chance, I don't give a fuck. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. You're going to understand. What is this? Oh, this is a freebie. Oh, and then this is also Magnum Force. So I think I bought this Riven recently. And I wanted to roll a freebie because it doesn't need any other stats. So it's just a fucking AoE that does a zillion damage. And it's a very weird AoE at that. So it'll like pull enemies in. This is just fire. That's it. It's got base cold damage, obviously. But yeah, 1.2 second embed delay, 5 meter AoE. Quite a bit of stats there, but yeah, just a lot of damage. Multi-shot crit damage is once again, crazy. But yeah, this is a freebie, so you just put in a fucking faction damage mod, or I guess you could put in, once again, Pistol Elementalist or whatever. But yeah, you have an open slot. You could decide. I guess one of the crit damage mods would be pretty good. You could throw in a Magnetic Might if you wanted to, but yeah, that would be my choice. But in this situation, I'm like, oh, I can just get a mod that gives me like base damage stats. You know, I think of like damage, multi-shot, crit chance, crit damage, status change. Like, there's a lot of examples of this, but a lot of stats that you can just buff like crazy. So, yeah, let's do it. You want a Caliban, Steel Path Caliban build real quick here? Let's see. One Tau Forge yellow for ability strength, or for energy from orbs, and I haven't removed any abilities, so Razor Gyre, if you hit 5 enemies, refunds energy. Double shield regen on top of having shield regen with adaptation. This is a lot of survivability mods. And then Arcane Avenger. I have Arcane Avenger. I have a damage vulnerability ability as my second, and then I have Armor Strip as my 4. It also deals pretty good damage, and your Conculus will clone that 4th ability. So real quick for you. Hope you enjoyed it. Shout out Zeke. I think we're running successful, but yeah, I think we're living the life of... Oh yeah, that is Equinox, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately the multi-stream chat just like didn't work, so apologies to TikTok. But yeah, that was Caliban, I guess, real quick. Hope you're still here to see it. This number 7 on the list, Lato Incarnon. Let me swap back to Equinox. Yeah, all right. Lato Incarnon. Okay. Back on the rails. What do you say, man? Reload from empty. Base damage by +30. So you do it once, you're good to go. So not too difficult there. But yeah, this is with overshield. It's not crazy, but not loving it. I know that this guy does have some recoil, so I am putting in accuracy recoil. What else do you have? On headshot, whatever. On kill, 50% chance for instant reload. So not terrible, but I don't really care, man. And then finally, crit chance, status chance. On a quick from fire. Oh my god, I can't even say it. It makes me so mad. Direct damage type, or direct damage per status type is pretty good, but I guess I'll get a little bit of a crit buff and a status buff. It'll get me to 120 and 25, and pretty important. This Riven is criminal, and it kind of changed my shit, but I just replaced it with gun condition overload, and I think it'll work fine. So you're only favoring slash by like barely double over impact and puncture, so you're not really getting a lot of slash procs. I have a criminal fucking Riven, but it is just super easy to spam, and yes, it's got an innate multi-shot of 2, so very powerful for that. You can see that it's just got chaining, it's got a little bit of punch through. You could augment that a little bit, but I will say that just, you know, gun condition overload really does a lot of work on you know, these you know, direct damage weapons. Obviously, like it's still quite a bit of damage. You can see the stats that I'm getting, otherwise you can see all the stats that I have for the Riven. But yeah, it's just a weapon that is a perfect example of like, when you can charge it, it's a breeze, and when you can't, oh, you're on your knees, I guess, chat. But yeah, this Riven makes this weapon like a almost one shot. I don't know what this, yeah, it becomes 15 and 7.3, but with a multi-shot of 8.1 from the multi-shot. This is multi-shot damage slash, so in case you haven't seen it, it skews the initial slash a little bit further, and now I have a 1.7% chance for impact and puncture. So yeah, get some chaining in there, get some damage. Very criminal, pretty evil, kind of goofy. All right, let's do it. Yeah, it was weird to not put Bronco on there, but I think I felt better not doing that. I felt like that was a little bit too criminal potentially. So for now, I think we're good. We're gonna cover number 8 on the list, Cyanex. I'm pretty sure this guy's, how high would he be? Well, I guess pretty far down, but yeah. I guess like the Zakti's little brother. This is Toxin crit damage, so this just becomes a Toxin mod if you're curious. But yeah, it just has Galvanized Shot. Oh, so here's the reason. Yep, so you are getting a gas cloud, but it an AoE, so it's not going to scale off galvanized shot, and then also it's, you know, significantly less damage than the actual bullet itself, but having a homing bullet is kind of all you need to hear. So I guess that's the main thing that I would say, is that I think what you notice from a weapon like this is just the spammability factor, and the fact that Enervate does just works. It just works so well. Magazine size of 11, ammo from pickups 20. So the same position where, yeah, if you're lucky, you want to dump 2 mags, but then you're picking up an ammo crate. So it doesn't have ammo efficiency troubles. I'll tell you that right now. It really does not. So, you know, I'm trying to keep, you know, that's why I only do S tier and A tier. I've got some weirder weapons that I still enjoy using, but I'm not really as keen to like cover them and talk about them and, you know, show them off in the same way. But yeah, you can see that I had toxin crit damage, not terrible. I'm maintaining viral fire, obviously similar setup to Zakti as well, but yeah, secondary Enervate, what can I say? Putting in work as always. Just a classic. Kind of effortless as well. Kind of just works so flawlessly, and is fun to build around and decide whether you want as well, is the important thing. Tenet Plinx, where could this guy be? Right here. Was it right next to it? The Riven is a freebie. Yes, I could have sworn the Riven was a freebie, because this is just pure fire damage. That's it. And yeah, oh, I guess it's only 9,000 damage on the AoE. So, you know, I guess not the most crazy thing in the world. Sorry, my mouse. I keep moving my mouse around, but yeah, it's just, I guess, what's the ratio on the status? 24% heat. So, you know, the AoE does have radiation, but pretty good stat skew. It's weird to have status duration. It's not like a terrible buff. You know, it's not the most massive buff, but it exists. It's there. Yeah, the main thing is a 0.6 second reload speed. So you have to wait for those 10 bullets to recharge. But yeah, it's a big AoE, 6 meters, pretty decent. I guess it's not as big as Akarius. But yeah, I mean, you should just deal. I think the thing is that it just deals, you know, if you need to shoot something in the face with this thing, if you can land a shot, like, this is a satisfying acolyte killer. I do enjoy it for that as well. So pretty straightforward setup in terms of like how much damage output you still have, but understanding that reload speed is pretty important. I guess secondary Merciless technically buffing it. All right, are hounds actually strong? I think they're pretty strong. Shout out Toxic Gaming. Here, give me 1 sec. Let me do this properly. Communication friends. Where's my boy? Wait, I thought I added you as, you didn't add me as a friend? Toxic Wolf 900. There you are. You didn't add me back? Inviting me to games, not adding me back. Do you get XP from it? Yeah, you do. You get XP. Yeah, real quick, back on the rails. Number 10 on the list, Akmagnus Prime, actually moving pretty quick. Yeah, I'm looking at where I put Akarius, and I'm kind of wondering now, but yeah, dude. Here's the mechanic: 4% chance to grant 100% ammo efficiency for 4 seconds. So I was correct. I got all the numbers correct. But you can see it's just a bullet that does a shit ton of damage. This bullet does so much damage. I don't know how, like, each individual shot just slaps. It's so good. And yeah, it's an infinite ammo mechanic. Are you crazy? This is just the base multi-shot mods, and it gives me infinite ammo all the time. All the time, Chad. So I think it should be refreshable, but it is very criminal. It is very evil. Dude, I'm trying to send you a message. I don't know if I added you. Yeah, here, I can send you a message now. Hi. Yeah, there you go. See, that's why we add people as friends. Well, I was in your pending, so I can still send you a message. So See, I can snag people. I'm quick as ever. Unfortunately, I'm trying to be as on the rails as I can, so I know how to do this. I've been down this road before. Mister sending a bunch of emojis. Take another big sip and I'll follow. Oh, shit. I missed that. Excuse me for that. Hi, I stopped by because you drink. Oh, interesting. That's pretty sick. All right. Akmagnus, yeah, one of the most straightforward weapons in the game. I gotta tell you, man. I gotta tell you. Number 11 on the list, Tenet Spirex. Woo. Now this weapon deals a zillion damage. What is this ribbon? Toxin crit chance. Unrolled again for over 100% crit chance. I think it has lower. 78 is actually all you need. But I will say what I'm actually doing. Yeah, these builds that I have, I'm like, what the fuck? No. We're doing that. 78%. Yeah, you're skewing it more towards heat and getting more status chance. Yeah, that's kind of the setup. Oh, and this is amalgam barrel diffusion. Oh god. Pay no mind. Pay no mind, chat. I guess there's the updated build. Yeah, I don't know where that build came from. Excuse me for that, but I love having over 100% crit chance. Pretty fire. I'm still learning to add people. Yeah. Don't worry, I'll snag you. Yeah, you send me the invite and I get the message. I'm an expert. I've been down this road before. It's not my first rodeo, so do not worry about it in the slightest. I'm here for it. Hey, cool. Look at that. Bullseye reload. Landing a headshot increases reload speed by 25% for 4 seconds. Stacks up to 2 times. I don't really make use of it. 1.8 second reload speed. Not terrible. Galtine. Yeah, let's see. Relentless combination. Quickening. Fever strike. Yep, there you go. You have the open slot. You could still put in range. Range is still a pretty good choice. Oh, you don't have any more points. Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's a... And then, yeah, you could eventually put in a slash, but you can see that if you come over here, you're weighting it a little bit more towards slash, so there you go. But, yeah, real quick, Tenet Spirex build, but I can't speak right now, but there you go. Yeah, I just love a bullet that does a zillion damage. I gotta say it, man. What was the valence? 53%. Actually pretty decent. Number 12 on the list, Sepulcrum. Classic. Oops, excuse me. Let's go here. This is heat multi-shot, so yeah, that just becomes a heat. That becomes a heat mod. It does suck because it means that I can't use primed heated charge, but I am kind of in need of a little bit of status chance, and you're getting that initial heat damage, and you're also getting blast from the AoE as well, so I think you're still doing fine with that, but yeah, it just becomes it probably serves a similar purpose, but yeah, 4 multi-shot, which becomes 5.2 with galvanized diffusion is pretty crazy. So do not have the extra forma for the higher rank pistol ammo mutation, so I am a peasant at this point, so apologies, chat, but yeah, my tooth, the old chomper's killing me. Oh, shout out Ghost for following on TikTok, appreciate it, thank you. But yeah, I think that basically covers it. It's weird that I use the normal fire more, but it's nice that the alt fire has like the really high damage AoE. Like the AoE really makes up for it and comes in clutch. It's doing a much higher ratio of extra damage, so very powerful there. So love that. Gotta take it where I can. Yeah, I gotta say, it's weird to put this one lower than the other, but I did notice that just the amount of damage that Tenet Spirex puts out is way above this, and you just tap people for a zillion fucking damage, so it's a very criminal setup, and I do have a pretty decent ribbon for that one as well, so where are we at? Number 13 on the list, Akarius. Now this is the one where I debate a little bit, where I could have potentially put it, I feel like I could have put it higher. I could have replaced it with like Cyanex or something, or moved it above, closer to Cyanex, but currently it's an okay ribbon, I guess. Yeah, heat crit damage. And that's because this is just now an AoE that does a shit ton of heat damage. It does proc a little bit of blast, but with Enervate, with an AoE that deals this much damage, I was thinking about putting in something else, but this is just Magnum Force to buff the blast damage and also the heat proc as well. So pretty basic setup. I do find that like it's very good for crowds, but can suffer a little. Obviously, like the AoE is so huge. 7.8 meter AoE is gigantic. Like that's a weapon you'll stagger yourself with. Oh, I love it. Sucks to see the. I mean, I guess you have enough points. No, this is good. I like this. Max duration, max range, or excuse me, max strength, Vex armor. Getting the armor buff from Triple Umbra, Molt Augmented, Molt Battery, or Arcane Battery. Yeah, that's good. You might not really make use of that much energy. You might be better off, like if you have Battery, you can replace Battery or you can replace Prime Flow, but I don't know if you would make use of that much energy. I guess in terms of recasting it, but I guess, yeah, you can just keep it active forever, so I'm not struggling too much there, but yeah, there you go. I love it. I think it's awesome. Max upgrade. Love it. I guess you get a good stockpile, so you always have a good amount of energy to work off of. But yeah, I definitely think that like sometimes I struggle to like land shots properly against a mini boss or like a high value target that's really close to me, because it's just such a big AoE. So I guess that's a little bit of a downside, but yeah, I'm looking at it more and I'm like, I feel like I probably could have put it higher. So you know, if you guys are ever curious to see the editorializing that I do like during the stream, this is kind of what it looks like. So looking good so far. Yeah, this chomper's killing me, but we're almost out of here. It's, oh my god, it's 8:06. Dude, we're gonna have so much time for gameplay. Holy shit. Vesper 77. Okay, sorry chat. Yeah, I got some like gunk from the. Yeah, this dentist, bro, this dentist was like running around the dentist office. He was like doing multiple clients, like getting people prepped. Like once they were prepped, then he would go somewhere else. And then, bro, he was in there. He was in there for that. I mean, he was just a filling, so it wasn't too crazy. Shout out Brayberg, appreciate it. Where am I looking? Where the fuck am I looking? Vesper 77. Excuse me, chat. I'm waffling. This is an interesting one. This is status damage, but this is also reload speed, and then this is also reload speed. I've gotten rid of Hornet Strike, and I just have Semi-Pistol Cannonade because it gives punch through. So it's a pretty strict build. It's pretty strict. But yeah, I kind of have a lot of fun with it. I think that the main thing about this is that because leaded gas is a 6-second duration, it has this weird like duality gameplay where like, yeah, you need to be landing headshots consistently, but you also need to be like making use of those headshots. And so like having that initial punch through is very useful, and proccing a lot of gas, and the gas damage adding to the gas proc, and the pistol elementals adding to the gas proc is like all very important. So I think it like synergizes very well together with itself, which adds a lot of value, but it needs to have that 1.2 second reload speed. It has a 2.3 second reload speed currently. So very criminal. Very criminal to work with, but now with 8 shots in the mag, just being able to dump like this is crazy. And it is an interesting comparison to the Purgator one, but I do have quite a bit of fun with this weapon. I kind of rock and roll. So yeah, I'm definitely taking advantage of the bonus to reload speed and the bonus to punch through to get. It's pretty decent build then, yeah. Anyone still wait. Also, I tried to join your Discord. It wouldn't let me in. Oh, well, that's weird. I'm not sure why. It's pretty decent then, huh? You need that one still? Oh, you're talking about Vesper? Yeah, I think it's a very good weapon. If you're talking about Vesper 77. Yeah, I wouldn't have a... I mean, I definitely think we had somebody join from the last stream, so... I'm not sure what that's all about. Alright. But yeah, let's let's keep moving. I know there are certain requirements that you need for like a Discord account. Like it needs to have like two-factor authentication and stuff like that. I think it takes me just to my Discord. Oh, interesting. Here, I'll check the link. Yeah, let me check the link real quick. All right, but yeah, you've seen the Vesper 77. We got one more to show. Number 15 on the list. Is Breaker, by the way? Yep. I spent you a Hydroid. I used my latest TikTok. I don't know if you're interested. Oh, that's sick. Here, give me one sec. Here, let's check the link tree and find out. Maybe my link expired. Yeah, it seems to work for me. Seems to pull up an invite for me, so not really sure about that. Whoa. Rousing Plunder, Viral Tempest with Nourish. Oh my god. Arcane Impetus, Molt Vigor. You're proccing Viral and Corrosive for Impetus. Damn. Pretty sick. I like it. That looks pretty good. I think it deals a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean, I gotta check out your TikTok then. Yeah, Jesus. Oh, and it's Torrid Incarnon? Oh, well, there you go. Well, if it's Torrid Incarnon, need I say more? I click on the link, and it shows the invite. I accept it, and then it just doesn't go to the group. Yeah, I'm a little unsure exactly what to say here. I could check. I might have to check it on my own account, but yeah, let me see. Yeah, I don't really have a great answer for you. I mean, it seemed like I don't know what I would be able to change. I could look into it like off stream, but I wouldn't really know what to say. Yeah, but any weapon is enhanced by that Hydro. Yeah. George, what you use in the video. Ceotopa 0. Appreciate Ceotopa 0 for following. But yeah, let's do Knell real quick. Oh, then the Hydroid fashion as well. No, I was also seeing. I mean, you're getting so much corrosive damage from Rousing Plunder, and you're getting so much viral damage from Nourish. That's kind of like defining the whole thing. Shout out Ike Tensei for following. Yeah, that was the person that sent the build in this gorgeous fashion. So yeah, I gotta check out the TikTok. Yeah, definitely. Just got back into the game. Got any tips? Yeah, it literally melts. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it with that much damage buffs. Like yeah, you can nuke anything. Yeah, you can. That's kind of all you need. Personally, I like proccing the elements that are on my weapons. So generally, I don't like fucking 500% corrosive and like 300% viral or however much your nourish was. So last one is Knell. Where could Knell be? Where could Knell possibly be? There it is. Number 15 on the list. Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce. This Riven is crazy. To just get reload speed, to get any type of buff for the single shot in the mag is nuts. You know what I mean? It's cold multi-shot on top of that, so pretty decent. It's at least another damage buff, so multi-shot is nice. You have an insanely low status chance. What does this give you? Crit damage and status chance. Well, would you look at that, chat? So in the end, you do have infinite ammo with an insanely fast fire rate, so you've got 3 charges that are 2 seconds each, so you got 6 seconds to keep. I understand that reference. Yeah. I don't understand what Nourish does. Can you explain, please? So Nourish will give you viral damage, and it will also multiply the amount of energy you have coming in. So say you have a Zenuric bubble and it gives you 5 energy per second, and you have a really powerful Nourish, then you can get like 10 energy. Appreciate the 2.9 thousand likes on TikTok. Thank you guys. But this is the last weapon we're covering. This is obviously just a cold mod. It just becomes Frostbite, and I guess you can see where the build stacks out. Yeah, 24%. Obviously, you lose a little bit of damage from the multi-shot, but you know you're still just not really caring. I guess the main thing is that the status chance will actually give you more damage in terms of being more likely to proc secondary encumber. The other important thing to understand is that secondary encumber can only trigger once per multi-shot instance. So like obviously that, you know, I shoot 10 bullets per second, you know, I'll end up with, you know, about 5 bullets per bullet. So that's like you have 50 with the multi-shot, you get the idea, but it still ends up being 10. So there will be a cap to my status chance, and that's what you want to reach. Is you want to have a high enough status chance and multi-shot so that every time you shoot, so that 10 times per second you are proccing secondary encumber, because obviously secondary encumber is not only triggered off of status chance, it is a 24% chance of your status chance. So it's another further roll in terms of like, if you can get those numbers right, then you can buff beyond a certain ratio, and then you're a little bit better. So that's like kind of an important thing to understand, is that on really low status chance, you will suffer out on like getting the infinite, like getting all the status effects in the game basically. So I hope that kind of breaks it down. It's 8:15. This is crazy. Like if I go to Google, what should I type? You should be able to type the Lost Tribe. I don't know how it would show off. I don't know how it would show up. But yeah, I'll see what I can figure out. Last one. Yeah, all good. We're done. We showed off all the builds. Oh my god. Melee damage crit chance. That's fucked, man. That's goofy. And this is melee influence, and this is just electricity. Oh my god. With the combo buff, with the Blood Rush, Galvanized Steel, Berserker Fury combo buff. Opportunities reach. Nice. I love that as well. Obviously, using Reaping Spiral, that's the go-to combo. That's points. Tons and tons of points. I love it. That's sick. No, that's a maxed out hate build. That's fire as fuck. All right. We're doing number 1 on the list. Technically number 16 on the list. Cestra Incarnon. Anyway, first let's accept the friend request. Let's do it. Nice and easy. Okay. So of course we are doing tests. We are showing off the weapons. So, I guess what I can do. Oh shit. I have to join. I have to join the Discord on my laptop because my mic is plugged into my laptop currently. Like if I want to be in the Discord chat. Oh, do I still have Discord set up? Here, I'll look into that. Maybe I'll look into that for the next stream, being able to hop into the Discord. So, ooh, yep, we're fine. Okay, so we had a little bit of a lag there, loading Discord, but maybe I'll look into that for the next stream, being able to. But it should, yeah, because I have the game being piped through something separate. Okay, I'll see if I can look into that and figure that out. But yeah, so far so good. WARFRAME randomizer, yeah, absolutely. So we're not really doing it here. I guess we're doing it in a way, showing off a bunch of weapons, but yeah, the basic idea is, here, I'll explain it. If you sort your gear by usage, then at a certain point, all the gear that you use the most will be near the same. So if I use the kunai, it rises in the list. And then the next weapon I'm using is the Bronco, and the next is the Tenet Plinx, and yada blah blah blah, all the way up, and it creates its own list that the better a weapon is, the faster it rises, and the less often you'll see it. And so it creates its own. And then I have lists inside of lists. I have the S tier list actually exists in a different spot in my usage list, but like currently this is a new weapon. This is the Coda Sporther. This is a new weapon. So it is sitting above the Lanka. It needs to be above the Cernos Prime, and then it's joined the list. So that's the basic gist of it. So yeah, every time an update comes out and they release a bunch of weapons, then I'm forced to play them. That's correct. That's absolutely correct. We've got Cestra Incarnon. I've showed off the build. I guess at this point, if you're curious to see the builds, then I have a wonderful YouTube channel that has everything in playlists for you. So appreciate the 2.9 thousand likes on TikTok. Thank you guys.
The art of combat,
but we've got some game to play. It's gameplay time. All right, let's get these buffs going. We should be running super crispy. Obviously, like this PC, the actual gaming PC, has nothing running on it except for the video games and like a Firefox window, and then I guess like a voice meter. So we're definitely chilling here. So I want to see if it's just fully unbroken, and I should actually be like properly taking advantage of my GPU and stuff, but I'm always curious to see. But you can see I'm not even taking advantage of the more crit chance bonus. I'm purely just using this. So yeah, I guess it's kind of funny to show it off that way, but yeah, you can see that it had like, what was it, 150% crit chance. This is rivened up, you know, you gotta flex a little bit, so that is gonna be quite a juicy boost. But yeah, if you got him, you gotta play it. But yeah, these guys are trash. I'm not really gonna proc status on them. I'll get some blast procs here and there, but generally I'm not getting secondary. I'm not worried about secondary encumber on these guys. Sometimes on corrupted ancients you'll get some secondary encumber action, but generally all these trash mobs you just pop like it's nothing. Pop their skulls like it's absolutely nothing. And yeah, this is what I mean. Is it's a very straightforward back and forth. You know, the charging of an Incarnon I think is very important and will determine your success, like with its effective power, because you know you're giga maxed, but then the moment you're not prepared to charge, like you got to be always ready to charge. You got to be always ready to torque the fuck up. Where are we at? 124. Yeah, it's pretty decent. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to keep better track of like the KPMs and stuff and talk about that in the tier list. So pretty simple setup here, but yeah, I'm kind of excited. I was hoping that when I did the Warframe randomizer, or when I did the Warframe tier list, that I could actually just have all the Coda weapons and like the Purgator and all that shit already in the list, and then we would just kind of be chilling. So I do like this new energy color on my guns. I think it looks pretty good. So oof, chat. Landing some decent shots. 176. Okay, so we're already slowing down a little bit. You can kind of see it, but if I can line up some shots better, then you might be chilling. There you go. There's a gamer moment. Here's a fucking gamer moment right there. Alright. I will say, I've noticed that with weapons like these, the idea that I'm slowing down and like lining up crowds, it has its own level of crowd control where you're just inherently kiting crowds a little bit more because you're trying to take advantage of the blast effects working within 5 meters. So I am trying to like work around that, but yeah, you can see that like working in hallways becomes way more valuable for like a weapon like this. And I think that's important to understand, is like in a mission like this, it's really easy to work with, but sometimes when you're in like a cascade and you're like, it's more situation where you're surrounded, then that can kind of change up how you play. But generally, like what I found is that like each mission will present enemies in a different way, but I find all of them to be manageable. I find that I can survive most of them pretty easily. So, you know, when we get to the actual gameplay segment, this is why I'm very thankful that I have Equinox set up this way, and Equinox will continue to rise and rise and rise. But like Equinox, the actual build that I cover for Equinox is so brainless that I'll always know where Equinox sits. Oh my god, that's just criminal. Yeah, that's an Acolyte, and I was not able to proc Encumber. I don't think I proc it at all, so just landing some decent shots, and that's like all you need, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, that is feeling a little bit goofy, so looking nice. Okay. Chill, Chud. And yeah, the whole crit chance bonus combo thing, I'm not really working. I think we may actually, there may be a little bit of a grace period, because I am letting go of the trigger every once in a while. They restricted my account, bruh. What can I do? Oh my god, I'm in plat debt. Dude, I have no idea. That sounds like the absolute worst situation to be in. I wish I could, all I can give you is condolences, I guess. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that bullet did a lot of damage. That was pretty criminal. And yeah, this is the important thing, is that like I have like, it's weird that like my Equinox build just is what it is. It just exists to be a main build, and so all the other mods just exist to like make my gameplay as easy as possible. So it's just a shit ton of survivability. and then all I do is terrify into maim. I just get like, I get like 5 million damage, and then I just, oh my god, these fucking Thrax. What a joke, dude. What a joke. What a fucking cringe lord. Oh, you son of a bitch, you live again. Come on, look at you, dude. He thinks he's so slick. He thinks he's the coolest, sexiest guy in the world. And this is why you have the weapon set up kind of as it is. Why it has the ability to nuke crowds and also nuke Thrax is because, like, yeah, you're locking in. You're pulling up with the Cestra. You know, you're nuking the Thrax. And then you're clearing out, you know, if this was an Omnia, you'd be clearing out 50 fucking corrupted Ancients. And you'd be crying the whole time. And then you deal with the Thrax. So annoying. I had to copy the link and type it into Google. Yeah, that's so... I'm curious. It might be because of the browser. It might be like how TikTok is letting you leave the browser, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I know that sometimes the way that like TikTok allows you to leave the browser makes it work in a weird way, but yeah, I apologize for the inconvenience, but I appreciate you making it work. Thank you. Yeah, I'll see. Take a quick peek, but yeah, that's what I'll look into next. I'll see about I guess I'll see, yeah, huh. Maybe, I wonder what I'll do. I'll see what the speakers sound like. I'll just leave you guys on the speaker. I'll see if there's any feedback. I don't think the feedback should be too terrible, so I think I can manage, and then I'll just export Discord audio separately. I'll probably do that.
It is done, Tenno.
I guess I could just play speakers, but I don't think I want to do that. Oh, but I guess I'm not, you guys aren't getting the TikTok or the alerts at all, I think. So I might actually want to put the speakers through, and then I can just have I could just have Discord coming through the speaker. So I might just do it that way. We'll see. We'll see what I can work with, because yeah, the speakers, the audio coming from the laptop speakers is very clean, so I can definitely work with that. Number 2 on the list. Vermisplicer, let's do it. Maximum gaming. Yeah, it seems that it's been running beautifully. I had to turn off the turbo. So this is an Intel CPU. Oh, appreciate it. Shout out Toxic Wolf. Oh, I think I see. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I see it correctly. Sometimes the roll, the auto roll doesn't work as well, but I think it's just it has a split second time to load it in. So appreciate you for joining. Good to have you here. Yeah, I know that the whole like redirecting stuff can work a little bit weird on certain setups and platforms, so I apologize for that. But fully charged already. Yeah, it's a classic. I mean, you'll see it. I guess it does. Does it still lock on? It should still like lock on to enemies, so you can just see it like down a crowd. It's so fucking goofy. But you got to watch the reload. It's got a little bit of a hefty reload speed. Like you got to wait for the timer to decay, but I've always said it's not the craziest downside in the world. Oh, and I think it does latch on to enemies, so you are needing to kind of wait around. But I think I am recharging a little bit faster if I swap off of it, so I'll try and do that a little bit. But you can see it does dump pretty fucking fast. Oh, there you go, looking pretty good there. Recharged pretty well, but yeah, I will say that is a pretty decent downside of the battery, and I think it's a necessary trade-off, is that it has that like actual downtime where it's not just like you're reloading, it's like you're kind of just standing around waiting for it to reload. But yeah, it's definitely a swap gun is what I say, is I use that term a little bit. Have you ever felt burnt out from playing this game? I only have 50 hours and just can't play anymore. I think I'm like the only person on planet Earth that like doesn't get burnt out playing Warframe. That's what I realize, is I just genuinely love playing this game so much. And it's not to say that you guys don't. It's more so that I return to this game because there's no other game like it that I can continuously play and that offers a level of like arcade style gameplay that is just so much fun. Like genuinely what I love about this game is that it offers me weeklies and dailies, and it offers me things that I can farm on a daily rate. You know, you have like sorties and daily standing and stuff like that, and then you have like Archimedia as you get further on, and I've been done with the progression for so long that I just will always have a very unique perspective of the game. And like I played it for so long, not ever thinking about making content about it. I made content about it a long time ago, but you know, started making Elden Ring videos, made game reviews for a while, and then I was just like, fuck it, and yeah, I just started putting out the content. So yeah, it's definitely making content has given me more life, but I was always playing this game a lot. So I think what I try to do is add variety. What I try to do is use as much variety as I can, as many different setups as I can. And like early on that doesn't really happen, and so what I tell people is like, take your time. Think about Warframe as like, how many times did I log into Warframe this week? You know, think of it on a weekly basis. What are you coming in? Give yourself a couple things to do. You know, and if you get truly burnt out where you just don't want to play, then yeah, take a break, come back to it later. I think it should still be looking okay. Sorry, I'm just watching the stream to make sure it looks fine. I was gonna look over at OBS, but I think it should still be coming through okay for you guys. I'm gonna take a quick peek at the YouTube video after this and just see what the quality looks like. So definitely appreciate everybody for joining me, and I don't know, dude, I genuinely, like, part of this game is that I have been able to have such a variety for so long that like showing off these different setups is really fun for me. But you can kind of see I'm noticing it here that the Vermisplicer does suffer in a similar situation to Cestra, which is like in a wide open area where you can't necessarily line up multiple enemies within this cone of targeting. Like if I'm lining this up properly, and so it's like, it's fun for me to use enough weapons to be able to like understand them in an interesting way and be able to present them in a fun way to you guys. And like, yeah, if you see an Amar tier list, it's never going to look like, you'll never see me review every frame in the game. I think that's, you know, not to like hate on other people's content. Personally, I think if I did that, I think that's a dumb fucking video for me to make. You know, it's just like, I don't know. I think it's, what the more interesting thing for me has always been that Warframes have these specific categories that they fall into, and I think it presents an interest. It presents another layer for you guys to understand. It's like, not only is this isn't just a Warframe tier list. This is the Exalted tier list, right? That was the first Warframe tier list we did. Obviously, the Exalted rework happened, so I felt like it was a perfect time to cover it. But yeah, so then we've done that. You know, I think that basically covers melee frames as well. Like all of the melee frames are just melee ability frames. So yeah, dude, look at this tentacle, dude. He's struggling a little bit in a crowd, and yeah, I guess the battery will slow you down a little bit too. So I guess you take that into account. But when I can land the shots, where is this guy? I knew he was somewhere. He was just chilling over here doing his thing, and all right, he's done for it. He's good to go. I'm gonna pop this, but you can see I think I was 100 behind. We're at 384, so yeah, we're about 100 behind. But nuked easily. Come on, nuked easily. Okay, clap. 1 down, 2 down. Okay, we're chill. Ooh, so we get it a little bit slower. Love that. Nice, chat. Looking good. But you can see it's got that weird targeting, which, you know, presents some level of homing and is very valuable in a certain way. It's got the battery, which is, you know, very valuable in a certain way. But I definitely think that, oh, this guy it'll struggle against, I think. Let's test it. I think this will be a perfect showcase of how different types of damage from different weapons scale differently. Yeah, I'm not gonna be proc. All right, let's sentence him to Void Strike jail. I hereby sentence you by the decree of Amar, of Archon Amar. Blah 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 blah. You know that I'm Mada right now. If you guys are any Soulframe fanatics in the chat, we love some good Mada lines. Chat, they changed it. You know what they did in Soulframe? They what did they do? They doubled the amount of XP you get from faction bounties. Literally, like,
You are a blade. You
this past 3 days, I have been doing nothing but farming mass amounts of faction XP. So that made me so sad. That made me cry just a little bit, but it's okay. We'll make it through. We'll survive. So Don't worry about me, chat. I'll power through it. All right, you have faith in your boy. I'll make it. So yeah, I am just glad that the stream is looking okay, and I think the quality is looking fine. So I'm kind of just watching it, keeping an eye on it. But that was number 2 on the list of Vermisplicer. Let's show off Zakti. I think Zakti might be able to give me a little bit of the satisfaction that I've been looking for. So keep it moving. Trinity build. Yup, let's see it. Nice. Stretch is pretty useful. Energy Vampire is a very powerful ability. Obviously, the important thing to understand is when you activate Energy Vampire, all you have to do is kill the enemy or just even leave them alive. And like I put it on a Legasite sometimes, but still chilling there. So looking pretty good, I guess. Yeah, I've got I don't know how I would describe it. I've got good feelings about it, but it is, you know, the main thing is you're getting some decent duration on this, on Blessing. And that's giving you 75%. Well, it's giving you 67 technically. So if you get that up to 75, it has a max of 75. Why not use Umbramonts? This is not my build. This is an early game build from Toxic Wolf. So ooh, maybe I should screenshot these as well. Here, I'll screenshot the Chroma build. Boop. Boop. Oh, it doesn't show the name for the build. Oh, it's unfortunate. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, definitely send those over in the Discord. You get an extra spin in the raffle. But we're equipped, Zakti. Sorry, don't get too distracted. Keep moving. But yeah, I think I might just plug the Discord and just leave it on the laptop. I don't know if you. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about Discord on like a couch stream, but definitely for this, I think I could just output through the speakers of the laptop and be fine. Excuse me for that, but yeah, let's get into it. Sorry, Chad. Seems I'm slowing down a little bit. 8:36, so we should have time for up to number 6 potentially. I think. All right, looking good. Yeah, we're chilling, chat. Everything's looking gorgeous. Everything's looking gorgina. I don't know.
The art of combat must be practiced.
Alright, easy clap. Oh, another great showcase of the color palette, chat. You'll see it. Nice. Here we go. Okay, let's do it. Max power. Easy clap, dude. Yeah, it was funny. I saw Xenosfire's build about Purgator 1, and it was so interesting to see the differences. Like I was like in love with the Purgator. Also, did you see that, chat? Just into a crowd. Are you seeing that? That's fucking nuts, man. There you go. There's the numbers. If you're ever curious, there's the stats. I'm gonna group these guys up. I'm gonna just kite these enemies for a while. Holy fuck. I want to see how many I can kill at once. Let's see if we can get like every enemy on the map into like this one area. Alright, let's try it. Oh, that's nice, dude. Yeah, you can see the spread, I guess is what you would call it. Oh, you fuck? Who did that? Oh, he's already dead. I guess he was already dead to begin with. Yeah, this is like a mega gamer. You can see I'm the master of the spray. Look how even the distribution is. Look how even I can get that distribution. This is what you do. You post up. You kind of line them up like this. I could probably have held them a little bit more towards that, but it's crazy. Look at that. Look at that spread. Just in a nice little circle. It's got a little bit of the kick to it, but you can see you're just dumping mag after mag, and that AoE just nukes, man. And yeah, it's AoE, easy to dodge as well, easy to avoid. You know, Akarius can have that power where you just magnetize the bullets directly to your feet, but I'm getting better about it, but Akarius is definitely the king. Like, nobody does better. But I'm just loving the damage. I need to kind of wait for these enemies to come in. I might just stand here for a little bit, so appreciate everybody for joining me. This is truly silly gameplay. Truly just exactly what you want to see, but looking good here. There you go, man. Once again, buttery smooth 120, which is just gorgeous. You love it. All right, looking good. Excellent, chat. And then you come over here, you snag this. Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm curious to see now if I can run like Wolong at 120, because I know there are still certain moments where Wolong will chunk down, but I want to see what kind of FPS that runs at, because I was thinking about returning to some of that. Now that I can stream that on my laptop, that's another one of the videos that did pretty well, or one of the streams that people enjoyed, so I was definitely thinking about returning to that and doing some Souls-likes and stuff like that. I might play that on stream. I'm going to be streaming this Saturday. I will say that. I'll mention it more as the details become more concrete, but I will be streaming this Saturday with a very special guest. I will reserve that secret for a little bit, but I will say they are a musical group. They're a local musical group that I'm friends with. The idea is, you know, it's heading over to their house. How's he making his shield regenerate so fast? This is double shield regen mod. So this is fast deflection and vigilante vigor, and then this is also arcane aegis. So arcane aegis gives you essentially infinite shield regen for like 12 seconds, but it has a 3% chance to proc on shield damage. So has a little bit of a tough activation rate, but still super simple, super brainless. Keep it up, man. Nice and easy, just like around a corner for real. And so it's base shield regen on top of more shield regen if I'm lucky. But yeah, it's when you have fast deflection and vigilante vigor, your shields regen after a delay of 0.2 seconds. And then the other thing to understand is that if you have more than, I think, 53 shields, then you'll have the base shield gate duration of like 0.6 seconds. Oh, this is Mania. Oh, we're 100% sentencing Mania to Void Strike Jail if I can land it properly. If I can land a single hit properly, that's all I need. Maybe two. It seems I lost the Void Strike, so we'll just use the shitty fucking Void Wave, and that should be it. Yeah, that's it for your boy. But you can see getting beefed a little bit, but this is the perfect opportunity. Surrounded by enemies, you're gonna dump 5 mags. Ooh, we dropped to 100. I saw that. It's looking pretty good, but still juicy. Still hitting it nice and easy. Okay, chill. Chill. Be patient. Come on, there's the damage. Oh, crispy damage. Come on, land a couple good hits on this. There you go. Okay, chill out. Oops, excuse me. Do 1, do 2, and then you're... Alright. There's the 5 minutes. Woo! And you saw it. Like, I don't think I staggered myself once. I may have staggered myself once. But it was a very impressive showcase, I gotta say. Yeah, still chilling. Keep it moving. Looking good. Dude. What do we got up next? Coda Torxica. Oh, nice. Now that's... I mean, it is a truly standout weapon. Oh, but I will show you the bug. Okay, I'll show you the bug, and you'll be like, what the fuck is going on? So, I think from what I can tell, everything is still running fine. So, when I look at the stream on Streamlabs, it looks a little bit weird, but I think it should still look okay on the actual, like, YouTube video. So, I want to see the quality on that, and we'll get into it. But yeah, dude, I'm excited for Soulframe Friday. I might actually have one of the factions maxed out. I might have all of the stuff that I need for one of the factions, and then we can move on to the other one. So I'm really excited if that is the case. That'll be a big upgrade. In some of the new content, poison is a big deal. How do you deal with that? Literally just swap into operator as fast as I can. There's certain moments where, yeah, if you get a single toxin proc, you're dead instantly. I've thought about using arcane resistance instead of arcane aegis. But currently it's like the biggest worries is a blight eximus, like that radial toxin effect, but it has a way more obvious area of effect, so I'm better able to dodge it in actual gameplay. So in the recent Archimedias that I've been doing, it hasn't struggled that much. What mission was that? That was Conjunction Survival. Conjunction Survival, excuse me. Obviously a variant of, you know, like a Orokin Survival, where you have these mini bosses that spawn every 5 minutes, along with the sentience that already spawn in that mission. So, Coda Torxica. Now this is one for the ages. So I'm ready for it, man. It's crazy, but it seems I might need to refresh my Streamlabs to see if I can get it working. But I guess I can look over here on YouTube and see. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look at refreshing my Streamlabs and see if I can potentially get that to work properly. So appreciate everybody for following and joining who's new. I'll get it working one day. I'll get everything working, trust me. Alright, let's get this boy started. Let's get these buffs going. We gotta grab our galvanized stacks. And then you can just kind of dump. We're gonna get some of these spores moving. Yeah, there it was. Wait, let's see if I can do it again. So what I might do is just stand in this hallway for a little bit, and we'll just see if I can replicate it. Come on, man. Give it to me. There you go. Pops them up into the air. Pops them up into the air. Like, what the fuck is that? What are we doing here, chat? What are we doing here? Nice. Easy nuke. Love that. Pops them up into the fucking air. And it also slows them down, so I am kind of just standing in a hallway for the entire mission. But very maxed out doing so, so... Yeah, look at these fucks. Look at these stupid fucks. Look how dumb they look. Getting all launched up in the air and shit. God, I feel like a... What is this? Looney Tunes, you motherfuckers? What are they doing? These guys are straight up goobers. Look at that damage, though. Yeah, there's a magnetic might. Getting that extra element, getting the crit damage as well. So pretty criminal. But I gotta say, yeah, this is what you're looking for. Oh, they're all grouped up like this. Oh, that is far too criminal. Yeah, blast. Like I said, very powerful damaging status effect, and when you've got gun condition overload, it is a criminal showcase, chat. It's got the power you want. You can kind of line up the shots. And this is what I mean in terms of, like, pistols just have the cooler builds. Like, yeah, like, the primaries are sick as fuck and they're so powerful, but, like, the pistols, they've got the real power, right? They're the sleepers. In every regard, they're always the underrated choice. Well, maybe not always, but there's, like, definitely, like, I feel like primaries will always be sick as fuck, but pistols, when you get that shit going, that's crispy as fuck. That's what you want. That's the type of gameplay you actually need. So, still looking good. Ooh, we love a good blast nuke. Nice and chill. Okay, perfect. All right, nice. Come on, man. Let's do it. Oh, and then yeah, obviously secondary encumber is proccing off of those cold spores. You're seeing that, so getting even more status effects that are just proccing separately from my bullets. So I'm literally like priming enemies before I even look at them. It's nuts, man. It's so evil. It's so criminal. It's fucking juicy as hell. You can just kind of watch the status effects spread, and like even before my companion hits them, even before I can even, like, I can round a corner and these guys are ready. They're just waiting for me to rip on them. So not only are they getting 50% damage vulnerability, which, you know, means that it's calculated separately from your existing damage, but they also just have all the gun condition overload built in already, and they are just cruising at full speed. I gotta say, man, cruising at full speed. Kind of crazy how much damage you can deal, like, just as a full auto. Just the simplest full auto setup you've ever seen. Just blast. I mean, encumber is a huge, gigantic pain in the ass. It's obviously mirror defense on Mars. Fucking awful mission. The way that I did it was I played the normal level. I played it as Octavia. and I let my mallet do all the killing, and then I just ran around and I collected crystals for like, yeah, hours and hours. I don't know how long it was. Arcane Double Back, which I'm using on Equinox, also comes from Mirror Defense, so trust me when I tell you I grinded that shit and I felt every fucking second of it, so I feel what you mean. But that's how I did it. I did it solo. And yeah, all I did was collect crystals the entire time, and I got a pretty good amount of crystals, and I could just do it on the normal level, so all the enemies were trash. So I think now in 2025, you could use some like giga maxed out weapon setup. You could come up with something crazy. You know, you could use like Citrine. And yeah, if you have a squad, then you could do like the Steel Path version. Let's see if I can nuke this guy. Where the fuck? Oh, it's Torment. So I need to. Oh look, you're not gonna use Tidal Surge for like the one time in your life. Yeah, if that guy isn't Tidal Surging around constantly, then he's a fucking joke. But I need to pop the life support real quick. Unfortunately, yeah, we hate the Battleless. Not getting headshots does suck a little bit. Look at all these status effects, dude. And we're running, yeah, we went down to like 110 for a second. Yeah, I feel 108, 113. Yeah, I'm seeing that a little bit. So definitely running Giga Smooth, which is pretty nice to see. But generally, I was running pretty good regardless. Oh, you see what I mean? Fuck off. Alright. That was a little slow on time to kill. Where the fuck is this guy? Where did he? Oh, he's in the ceiling. Oh, okay, that's wonderful. I love that. He teleported himself into the ceiling, just like you want. I'm dashing all over the place like a corny little dude, and we're done. Okay. Test over. That was number 4 on the list. What time is it? 51? Yeah, we should have time for 2 more. We'll do maybe 3 more. I did want to show off the Onos, which we will show off. I guess I'll show off the Gammacor as well. I don't know. We should have time for both. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do the top 6 weapons, you know. Generally, I can't. I don't have time to do all of them, but I'll show off at least a couple of them so you can see why the top of the list is so specific. And yeah, I do think, you know, if you guys in the comments, I'm sure I might get some comments about like Akarius and stuff like that. So looking good so far. All right, I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm kind of just chilling, I guess is what I would say. Like the tier lists for me are pretty fun in terms of just being able to show off so much stuff all at once. And you know, I appreciate everybody that does enjoy them. And you know, if you are watching on YouTube, I do appreciate if you drop a like, because obviously I enjoy that people enjoy watching these videos in the future as well. So that's something that I try to lean into. Is, you know, they end up being very on the rails for that reason. That you know, I want to get through as much stuff as I can so you guys can watch this and learn about all the builds and watch me play them live. Okay, so this is Onos. Yeah, we got Onos. There you go. Okay, that's all we're changing, and then we go back in, and then body freaking die, I guess. Keep moving. Nice and easy. I mean, I think that's how a lot of my tier lists end up, is that the top of the list is very important, and then the bottom of the list is more like a reflection of me talking about certain usage weaknesses and things like that. Yeah, still looking good. I think it's still running fine. I'm just noticing the frame rate difference, but I think we're looking good so far. But yeah, I guess if you want, leave me a comment. I'll watch the video in the future and let me know if it looks laggy or anything. I've been thinking about modifying some stuff, but easily charged. And then I should be able to line this. Oh, did not charge it. Excuse me. Long ass charge time apparently, but all right, let's line it up. Nice, looking good. Good shot. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, there's fire. So you can see I'm proccing fire damage and blast. So I only have blast modded in, but for some reason I'm still able to proc that fire damage, which is just kind of nuts. And dude, the blast from the beam is also just nuts. Nuke's kind of crazy like. Oh my goodness. But I do the... Oh, and it has light. It gives off light. It's the same as the fucking Riot 848. I guess this is the other example, huh? How weird is that? Alright, let's line up some shots. There you go. Maybe I should just shoot it at a fucking wall. Nice, dude. This is so satisfying. It's so sick. Do I have to be like in range for it to... No, I don't think I have to be in range. There you go, chat. That's what you want to see. That's it, dude. This is peak Warframe, dude. This is what you're here for. And also that AoE does a zillion damage. It does so much damage. Like, you can nuke a lot of shit with that thing. Yeah, you can see the damage we're rocking. Alright, nice. Super casual like. Okay, gaming. Look at this. I love my wings. I really do love my energy wings. They're making my life super, super easy. Okay, keep moving. Nice, dude. Fuck. Woo! I'm enjoying myself, man. Can you tell? Oh my goodness, number 5 on the list, but I'm enjoying it like it's the strongest weapon in the game. Whew, my goodness. Yeah, number 20, my ass. Boom, chat. Oh my goodness. Nice. Oh my god, dude. I'm landing shots that I never thought I would land. And yeah, the beam, that charge up beam still does a lot of damage. You can just kind of clap everybody like it's nothing. But I think we're still chilling. I think there's only one modification that I need to make for Streamlabs for the next stream, but I'm definitely gonna look into testing and making sure that the alerts are working properly. So, Jesus Christ. Nice. Holy shit. Classic. Yeah, this is just way too gamer. I gotta say it. Way too maxed out. Giga to the max. Alright, keep moving. Nice. Fuck, man. Woo. Keep it up. Okay, I like it. Okay. Oh, nice. Look at that. And then I think I can get one more. Yeah, I'm getting some decent shots. I like this. I like this. Okay, kind of moving through a crowd a little bit. This is stepping it up, but dude, this is just too goofy. This is what you want in a weapon. Like, this has got that. It's got that flair, dude. It's got that fucking pizzazz. It's so flashy. It's nuts. I can't get enough of it. Yeah, look at that shit, man. That shit is bonkers. Holy fuck. Yeah, I wish I could show it off against Necromex as well. Oh, I'm definitely going to nuke violence with this. This will be mega, mega satisfying. Oh, I think I missed that shot too. There you go. Goodbye. Oh my goodness. What are we at? 312. Oh, look at that. Still under. Still 100 under the KPM. So, you know, that'll even out in the end. It might be a consistent 100 out under forever, but I guess we'll find out. It does mean that I need to run over here and pop a life support charge. So, yeah, interesting to keep in mind that, you know, it's still, because of how it's set up, because of the type of damage and how it deals damage, you will suffer a little bit. So, I don't know, man. I have a lot of fun with it. All right, looking good. Easy setup. All right, chat. Let's do it. Okay, excellent. Look at that. Woo! Oh my god. Yeah, that's what you want, man. That's what you're here for. Right? Warframe 101. Can I hit them? I miss. I'm so stupid. I'm so silly. Oh god. Oh, but I hit him with a fire proc at least. Okay, so he's chilling. I need to charge it in a moment of desperation. I'm gonna actually swap here. Nice. Okay, chill. Charge up. Oh, come on. Let me just snag you, dude. There you go. Was there a Conculus that I need to kill as well? Yeah, we're at 2%. Well, there you go. I mean, yeah, I was never really concerned. As long as I made it to 5 minutes, that's all I really cared about. So, yeah, Jesus Christ. I guess final number 380. So yeah, well under right at the end. So you can see that, yeah, it has insane amounts of power. But just because of how it's how it's set up, how it deals damage, it may suffer a little bit in some different situations. So I do think that's pretty important to understand. But yeah, I still love it. Still want to talk about it. Still has a lot of very classic power, kind of the stuff you want, the stuff you need, really. All right. And then yeah, I guess we'll close it out with one more. We'll do the Gammacor Incarnon, show off a little bit of a different AOE, but you'll see what I mean in terms of like big fat fucking AOEs. So yeah, I guess it's a pretty similar Amar tier list. Like it ends up being about the same amount of time. So yeah, it'll be weird. I'll have you guys in the Discord just sitting here on the thing, but I think I can still pull up
will serve you well.
the Discord chat, but yeah, I mean, I love it. It's too silly. All right, we'll close it out. Yeah, I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I mean, this is a very fun mission for me. Like I have a lot of chill time, just kind of hanging out and grinding some of this stuff. So I'm glad that I can show off some cool stuff for you guys and be able to just, you know, spam gameplay, I guess, is the secret hack. You can kind of just run through the game as quick as you want. But what is the last one? Gammacor Incarnon? Yeah. Okay. Final one last bit of gameplay. So yeah, I'll mention it a little bit at the end as always. But I do have a Discord. Link to the Discord is in my profile on TikTok. It's in the description on YouTube, and it's in the About section on Twitch. You can also hit the / Discord, and it'll send you a link. So, yeah, dude, I guess the reason you would want to go in the Discord is because I have a raffle that happens every month, and entering in the raffle is very simple. The first time you join the Discord, you'll be entered in automatically, and then for future months, all you got to do is show up and say hi, and then I have a spreadsheet of everyone that has sent messages in the Discord for that month, so I can see, and then you know, we get you entered. And then the other fun thing is that alongside that raffle is a community showcase, and anybody that submits to the community showcase, whether that be like builds or fashion or you know, what have you, just whatever you want to show off, they will get a double entrance. So they will get 2 chances to win instead of 1. So like Harsh, for example, who is here every month and also submits to the showcase every month, like definitely gonna make some good use of that. So yeah, you can see it. I'm gonna start dumping more of these. I like the cold proc. The cold proc is just so funny to me. I will say secondary shiver is the same as gun condition overload, where it doesn't work on AoEs. So this is what I mean. This is the type of AoE you want to be spamming. This is Incarnon infinite ammo, which is like a little bit of air quotes infinite ammo, but still functions in a very similar way. Like, you just super easy to charge. You just have these max charges that you work with, and it's very easy to just dump. You know, the mag size comes in clutch. So this was the build that I landed on, just like a zillion damage, just making the AoE nuke as much as possible, and that's kind of it. Alright, nice and easy. Okay, keep it up, and there you go. That's kind of all you need to see. You can just kind of dump through it as fast as you want. Oh, that's interesting. So you want a little bit of a delay. You want a little bit of a delay between shots. Interesting. Because I think it's triggering off of itself. It's landing on the enemies in front of it, and then it's kind of pulling the enemies into the air. So like, I want to wait a little bit and then do it. Looking good. A little bit of gameplay nuance there. Looking excellent. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Exploded right in my face. Didn't like that. Okay. Chill. And there you go. This is what you're talking about. Like, this is what the hallways are for, I feel like, because you need to just be sending them down, letting them know, you know, nice and easy. Nice and crispy as well. Like, look at the damage, man. Too simple. I think part of it for me is that when you play a lot of different weapons and you start to understand the similarities between weapons, then you start to have gameplay favorings. You know, you're focused on different things with different weapons, but then you can kind of build your weapons to have whatever power you want. Oh, we are on pace. We are on pace currently, so that's very interesting. I guess doing pretty good so far. I like that. We are actually on pace with the gameplay, or on pace with the survival, so I guess you can see kind of what being on pace is, but I think that's part of it, is just because it's so effortlessly spammable. It does work so well, but I do think that because it's just a blast AoE, it does suffer in certain regards, but it also just deals a zillion damage. As always, the classic Amar combo. But there you go, chat. You can see not the craziest amount of status chance, so you're not always getting blast procs, but you can get some juicy ones here or there. Quick charge, nice and easy. And you just kind of build it up like that. Nice and simple. All right. And this is what I mean, is the showcase needs to be pretty straightforward to make a good showing of each weapon, and that's why I do it with Equinox, because yeah, you can see I literally have so much survivability that I could just tank if I could just maybe not stand still per se, but I fully have the ability in a lot of situations to just be totally fine. So looking good there. I do love me some shield regen. I do find a lot of power in that, so excuse me, chat. As always, once again, I think I just get a little hot and my mustache gets sweaty or something, but yeah, my nose always starts itching around this time, but still chilling, looking good. All right, Chad, gaming. Nice, keep it up. Oh, here's the battle list. Here's the battle list. He's cooked. Okay, wonderful. So we'll get the... Do we get the Acolyte yet? We should nuke the Acolyte as well, I think. And that'll probably... That'll be a good conclusion. I mean, you're kind of seeing it. 437, so we're right about on pace. We're slowing down a little bit, but we're still at a good margin. We might end up at like the high 80s or 90s. All right, chill. Come on, dude. You spawn all them at once. That's what I want. Oh! Oh my god! It was Malice, and I didn't even... Oh my god, I lived. Holy shit. I did not even realize it was Malice. Okay, you're absolutely dying for that, Malice. Fuck you, dude. I was not paying attention. That could have been very deadly. I straight up Gammacored myself. There you go. That's the showcase. Enough damage to nuke these guys. Not enough damage to kill myself or bypass the shield gate, it seems. So, if you want to know... Oh, damn, we just popped him like it was nothing. That's crazy. Alright, we're out of here. Chill, look at that. Nice. And we get a little bit of opportunity to close out. So what do we end up? 497 at 6 minutes. So, yeah, I guess that's a pretty good pace. That's definitely well-deserved. So... I appreciate everybody for joining me on this first little endeavor of mine, and you know, I hope everybody had a good time, and yeah, I guess you know, when the mission ends, that'll be it. I'm gonna watch the YouTube video and make sure that it looks okay, and I'm noticing some like delay, but it seems like we should potentially still be at 60, but I'm noticing something that might be a little bad. I'm gonna just watch back the recording and see what it looks like. I'm noticing... I think that's me rolling though. Yeah, I think me doing that. Anyway, I'm watching a little bit of the Streamlabs preview, so you know, if you guys have any thoughts, definitely let me know. But woof, we're chilling, I guess. I guess that's all I got for you. Really hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I will be back tomorrow for more just like standard daily. So if you guys want to join me for some gameplay, that will absolutely be possible. And yeah, as always, links are in my relevant places. If you want to subscribe on YouTube, I got everything there if you want to watch a bunch of backlogs and see a bunch of cool Warframe videos. So without further ado, this is goodbye on the first laptop stream, and I'm gonna learn me a little bit and see if it looks good for the stream. So have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye. And